On this episode of TQA Weekly, I talk about virtual LAN and how it is useful in today's modern world. My name is Dave Smith, this is TQA Weekly, and if ever you have any questions, comments, suggestions, and or PC horror stories, you can always email me at ask@tqaweekly.com, go to my website, tqaweekly.com, and interact with the community on each of the specific episodes, and of course, email me directly with the contact form. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, Blip.tv, Vimeo, or anywhere else, you can see this show every week. Post your comment down below. So we're going to be talking about the virtual LAN, VLAN for short, and it's something that we use every day, often without knowing. So basically I'm going to explain to those who don't know what it is already. So we know what the WAN is. It's the wide area network, often considered the internet. We know what the local area network is, LAN. It's our home network or business network. And we also know what a router is and what a switch is and how these operate. Now, the really cool thing about the VLAN, virtual LAN, is it allows us to do something that was once reserved only for hard drives. The ability to partition network resources into either smaller or bigger chunks by either separating out resources or collectively connecting together many different routers to create either smaller or bigger virtual networks over the internet or inside homes and businesses. Let's talk at the consumer level. For you might not necessarily see this option in plain black and white or whatever color these router manufacturers actually decide to make the interface out of. So what ends up happening is, what does it serve for you? Well, let's consider for the fact that many home networks have shared folders, sometimes writable shared folders, NAS drives, DLNA media devices, and a whole bunch of other stuff that's actually connected inside. Anybody accessing your Wi-Fi network would have access to all this and by extent be able to either get your personal information or accidentally or maliciously infect your network. Now, this might be by accident or on purpose, and for the most part, we don't think about this. We just have somebody come in, ask to connect to our Wi-Fi because they're a guest of ours, and then most people will actually give them the password of the network, which is actually a really bad idea. So many consumer routers now have the option to have a guest network, and in these options for the guest network, you have the ability to isolate the guest network from the home network. This creates a virtual LAN in which the person can only access the WAN or the internet and nothing inside the LAN, hereby protecting all of your shared folders from infection and preventing anybody from accessing any of your documents, whether maliciously or by accident. Now, that is the consumer level virtual LAN. At the business level, we have two really distinct VLANs that some of us can actually agree on exist. So for those in smaller boutiques, coffee shops, fast food places, or anywhere else that offers free Wi-Fi, you're going to have your professional business level LAN has all the important documents that no consumer should be accessing or even accidentally infecting. And then you will have the free Wi-Fi side of things. So what they do is they actually create one network and partition off the Wi-Fi to specifically the guests. Now, the virtual LAN for the Wi-Fi free hotspot, basically, is not capable of actually communicating with the network resources inside, hereby not allowing you to either accidentally or maliciously access any of their documents. So that is what we call the smaller places. They'll actually split their network into two, the side that you, the consumer, can access, and the side those businesses can actually access securely. Now, if we're talking about even bigger places, they'll have a headquarters or multiple headquarters, and many more satellite offices, you might actually want specific sets of employees to communicate with each other as though they were within the same network, and even better yet, be able to work on the same documents without having to send them through email constantly, actually loading up different parts of the server simultaneously. So what do? Well, you partition together all of these different smaller networks into one virtual LAN. Obviously, it will pass over the internet. It's going to be tunneling, which is usually encrypted, which makes it secure. But for the employee, they will not notice this. The only people that know about this or how it's all functioning together will be the network administrators in each of these satellite offices and the headquarters, allowing for this network to actually survive the day. Now, for the employees, they get to actually work on all the documents as though they were in the same place. They get the benefit of security and ease of use. No connecting through other servers to get different other files. Having everything look like it's in the same network allows businesses to actually function as though they were one workplace as opposed to many different multiple workplaces, hereby making it more efficient and a lot more cost effective, and maintaining the security of the documents simultaneously. And by not having to have all the employees all in the same place, but still able to work on the same documents, they can actually get a better pool of employees with better skills in the process. All this thanks to the virtual LAN. So what does this mean for you? Technically nothing. Whether you're a home user or client of the free Wi-Fi hotspot area or the employee of a business, you don't have to worry about any of this. It just works. This is the world of the network administrator. They're gods of the copper wires and the fiber optic cables. So all you have to worry about is the fact that it works. And it works virtually all the time. So don't worry about anything. And obviously, if you ever have any problems with your networks, all you have to do is ask your network administrator inside your businesses. And for those that have home networks, you can always email me at ask@tqaweekly.com. Don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you share this episode with others that can benefit from this. And please like, dislike, and explain why down below. Have a great day and goodbye.